This is News with the Disney Dude. Before I get to the actual news, though, I do want to apologize. I didn't get to do a Friday show. I had a root canal, and the last thing I wanted to do was get in front of a camera and talk. So, because I was in too much pain. So I apologize for not having a Friday show. I'm going to try from now on to, not let that happen again. We're going to have to wait and see. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's why there was no Friday show. But anyway, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. So let's now get to the news for March 31st of 2025. And let me tell you, it's going to be a real downer today. It's going to be a real downer of a show. So I apologize for the beginning, but I do apologize for this. But before we start, I just want to say I am very, very angry and upset at people these days. I just don't understand where this all comes from. I don't understand why people are behaving so nasty and rude and disgusting to other guests, and more importantly, other cast members. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, and it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. And people are like, oh, people are just going to be people, and, you just need to forget about it. I am not going to forget about it. I am not going to forget about it. I will never forgive these people that attack these cast members who are just there to do their jobs and make magic for other guests. I am not going to stand by idly and watch that happen. I am not going to do that. So if that's what you're going to tell me, then you're wasting your breath. You are wasting your breath. All right? So these stories make me so angry and so upset. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. All right? And look, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't pretend to know anything about, why humans act the way they do. I don't, okay? So, but I just don't understand. I just don't understand this, all right? But let's get to the news, all right? And it was so big it took 2 pages. 2 pages, okay? That's the amount of, partly my own fault because I was off, but, the guest instances take up 2 pages. All right? So let's get into this, all right? And it's probably going to be a pretty long show. But I'm going to try to save my I just did my rant, so hopefully I don't have to rant again, but we'll see, all right? All right. So let's get into this first one, okay? A Florida man in only his underwear destroys a merchandise kiosk at Walt Disney World. Sean Patrick McHugh, 24 of Port Orange, was arrested on multiple charges in the early morning hours of New Year's Day. McHugh pleaded not guilty, according to Orange Circuit court records. I have reason to believe Sean was intoxicated, and he endangered the safety of other persons' property, and Sean caused a public disturbance. The Orange County Sheriff's Deputy Isaiah, I'm probably going to butcher this name, Figueroa, wrote in the arrest report. McHugh was drunk and causing a scene when Disney security also noticed he was trying to urinate in the bushes on the walkway between Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios, the report says. That's when McHugh took off his clothes down to his underwear and broke a $1,000 sales kiosk, the sheriff's office said. He was asked to leave Disney property and not return. However, Sean refused to do so. McHugh was charged with third-degree felony criminal mischief and 2 misdemeanors for disorderly intoxication and trespass. The charges are pending in civil court. Look, I've already done this argument of, do we really need to have alcohol at these theme parks? Okay? Because in my opinion, alcohol just makes these situations so much worse. So much worse. Alright? So in my opinion, no. We should not have alcohol at these theme parks. Alright? We shouldn't. Alright. We're going to get into more of these stories, but let's take a break on that for a second. So, queue work and fresh concrete is now poured at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at the Magic Kingdom. So, like I said, they are moving along on this refurbishment. Hopefully it'll, again, they haven't released when it's going to be reopening again, but hopefully sometime in the not too distant future of 2026. Okay? More traces of Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy has been removed at Disney's Hollywood Studios. So, if you may remember, as you approached Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, there was that great big sign on the building that had Lightning McQueen's logo and the name of the show, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. So that is now removed. When I went to check up on the update, the gates were closed, but it still had the number 95 logo and everything. So maybe when it gets closer to the showtime, they'll change that to Disney villain font, or maybe they'll put the name on there. I don't know. It's a gate, so it obviously closes when the show is not running. So I don't know what they would put on that gate. So we're just gonna have to wait and see on that. All right, now back into more bad news. Okay. All right. Florida man grabs guest by the neck after mistaking that he cut in line for a Walt Disney World bus. Leonardo Oliveira Cap, I hope I didn't butcher that name, 47 of Winter Garden, forcefully grabbed a victim by the back of the neck, and yanked him backward at Disney's Yacht and Beach Club Resort. The victim was getting on the bus bound for Disney Springs, but realized he was at the wrong stop at the hotel. The victim was getting off the bus bound for Disney Springs, but realized he was at the wrong stop at the hotel. So he was coming back from Disney. I can't even read what I just typed. But, so he was heading back from Disney Springs to his hotel. He realized that he got off the wrong bus, so he got back on. Okay. The bus driver told him and his family to get back on the bus because obviously he got off at the wrong stop. So the bus driver said, "Wait, come back. It's not your stop yet." So they got back on the bus. At this point, Oliveira thought the victim was cutting in line, which angered him. The bus driver saw the attack unfold and reported seeing Oliveira began to yell and then swung a closed fist at the victim's neck, then grabbed him from the back of the neck and yanked him backwards, the arrest report said. The victim said he felt ashamed, nervous, and embarrassed after the incident. Disney World firefighters, Breedy Creek, or if you want to call them Central Florida Tourism Oversight District firefighters, were called in to evaluate the victim, and Oliveira was taken to jail. He is charged with misdemeanor battery. In late February, he took a deal where he pleaded no contest and was sentenced to 2 days in jail with credit for the 2 days he had already served. He was ordered to pay $474 in fines and court costs, Orange Circuit court record showed. So I'm going to stop and talk about this one, because this one really pissed me off. If you ask me, the guy got off exceedingly well. If I had it my way, I would have thrown him in jail and let him rot for a couple of days. That is unacceptable behavior. That is unacceptable behavior. All of these incidences are unacceptable. All right? So whenever these guests get off with just minor charges, it just angers me so much. It angers me. I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Maybe I am missing something. Okay? Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm too naive to understand this, okay? If somebody wants to explain that to me, that would be great, but I don't understand it. I just don't understand it, okay? But I'm tired of hearing about these stories. I am tired of hearing these stories. All right? This kind of behavior has to stop. It has to stop. All right? This is outrageous behavior. I had never even heard of stories like this pre-COVID. And then after COVID, it was like a switch flipped, and now everybody is all pissed off and angry at the world. So I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. All right. All right. A casting call announces the return of Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for 2025. So, obviously they are bringing back the show. I hope that they bring back the three ladies that I know. I really, really love the three ladies that I know. Because they embody those roles so well. So I hope that they come back this year. I understand that it's seasonal, it's not guaranteed, but I am hoping that they come back. I really do. Alright, parking lot cast members debut new costumes at Walt Disney World. So they're kind of in the same vein. But it's more noticeable. It's kind of like the new Main Street costumes or the new Voices of Liberty costumes. I don't know if they're from like recycled material or not. I haven't got to see them in person yet. I am going tomorrow. So I'll have to look at I'll have to look at the new costumes myself. All right, here we go, and now we're going to have our last bad story, the last bad story of the night, and then I won't bore you with any more of these. I actually had one more, but I decided not to do it because I was like, 3's enough. 3 is enough. I don't want to do 4. All right, here we go. Man arrested for grabbing cast member because there was nowhere for his family to watch the Magic Kingdom fireworks. A Tennessee tourist was arrested and charged with a felony after he was accused of grabbing the Disney security guard who asked him to move out of the way during the fireworks. Brandon Hill, 44, of Enville, Tennessee, pleaded not guilty to battery on a uniformed security guard following the November 25th incident. So, if you're wondering why, and the last 2 stories I did happened earlier as well. If you're wondering why we're reporting on these now, is because it takes a long time for these reports to get released to the public. So that's why we're reporting on it now. Okay? Because it takes a long time for the Orange County Register to release these documents for us, okay? Okay. A security guard approached Hill's family because they were blocking the walkway for the nighttime fireworks show. She tried to explain that his family was blocking the walkway and that she was charged with keeping it clear for other guests. Both Brandon and his wife began arguing that there was nowhere else for them to go. The arrest report said. Hill asked the security guard's name because he wanted to file a complaint. The security guard explained who she was, although her coat was covered up by her name tag, because obviously it's November, so it's starting to get a little chillier. So that's that's when cast members are allowed to wear their coats. That's when Hill grabbed the coat to see her name tag. She yanked her coat away from Brandon's grasp, where she told him not to touch her. The arrest report said. Hill and his family walked away. The security guard, who was not injured, wanted to press charges, and law enforcement found Hill to interview him backstage. Hill denied touching the guard or threatening her. He was escorted backstage and arrested. So, I'm glad that no one hit any cast members during this. So I am grateful. I'm grateful that the cast member decided to press charges, which I don't blame them. I really don't blame them one bit. I mean, if someone at Publix did that to me at the grocery store that I work at, if someone grabbed me by the neck or by the collar or by the arm or by whatever, I would absolutely press charges. I would absolutely press charges because nobody has the right to do that to you. Nobody has the right to do that to you. Okay? And if they think that way, then shame on them. Shame on them. All right? You are not allowed to grab another employee by the neck, by the shoulder, by the arm, by the chest, by the butt, by their private parts, anywhere. You are not allowed to do that. And if you think that way, then you need to be locked away and not see the light of day. And I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Because I'm tired of hearing these stories. I am so tired of hearing these stories about cast members getting attacked and punched and beaten just because they're doing their jobs. Just because they are doing their jobs. All right? And how dare you? How dare these people do that? That is outrageous behavior. That is outrageous behavior, and that will not be tolerated. That will not be tolerated. All right? I am sorry, but that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous behavior, and how dare you do that in a public place? So I don't blame the cast members at all. 9 times out of 10, cast members don't want to file charges because they don't want the huge hullabaloo of courts and everything. But to the cast members that want to press charges, good for them. Good for them, because that's exactly what I would do. That is exactly what I would do as well. So, this behavior is outrageous. This behavior is outrageous, and it needs to stop. It really needs to stop. I don't know what it's going to take for these people to realize that their actions have consequences. I just don't know. I just don't know what that is. I'm afraid to say. I just don't know what that is. But that's my thinking. That's my thinking, is that if you're going to act that way, stay at home. Stay at home. Do not come to Walt Disney World or Disneyland or any of these other places and start fights. Just don't do that. Don't do that. All right. And our last story is, I wanted to end on a positive note. A Wish float has been revealed for Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away, the new Magic Kingdom parade coming in the summer of this year. So we know that we're getting a Encanto float. We know that we're getting Peter Pan, the Blue Fairy, and now we know that we have a Wish float coming to this parade. Look, I know that Wish is not everyone's favorite film. Okay, it wasn't mine either. I didn't really care for it. Okay, but Disney's going to market it. Disney's going to market it because they see it as the new thing that's going to make money. So that's why they're pulling. That's why they're doing more stuff with Coco and Encanto and Wish and this new Snow White movie, which is, the jury's out on that. Whether that'll be good or not, I don't know. And why they're doing stuff with Mufasa, and, why they do so much with this, because they are above all else a entertainment company that wants their streaming service in every home. So that's why they are promoting all this new stuff, because they see it as, that will bring in the crowds. Okay, that will bring in the crowds. Now, if you happen to like Wish, there you go. Okay, you have a float. Like I said, I didn't like the film. I didn't care for it. I thought it was a terrible way to celebrate Walt Disney's 50th, 100th. Excuse me. I was thinking of the Magic Kingdom's 50th for some reason. But I think that the film was a horrible way to celebrate Walt Disney Feature Animation's 100th film, or 100th anniversary. Okay, I didn't like it. I know some people like it. That's okay. That's why they're doing it. Okay, that's why they're putting it in to this new parade. Okay, but to each his own, I guess. So, but there you are. There's your stories. Like I said, there were more rants than I really wanted to do. There was one more guest incident story that I did not want to do because I was just tired of it. Three is enough. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 is enough. Didn't want to do 4. Just kind of overkill at this point. But there you are. If you like this very, depressing video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel for more content. I thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Please keep each other safe and healthy. Don't start fights, okay? And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.